everyone, today I'm just going to be sharing some new manga editions. I actually opened them in a video for my other channel, but I wanted to highlight them here because these are two of the series that I often spotlight here and collect things from. So I wanted to make sure I did a separate video here. The first set is for Cardcaptor Sakura. So this is the latest volume in the Clear Card Arc series. I don't know how long this series is going to be. I also don't want to give any spoilers to myself. I haven't read this yet, but I did just pick this one up. I'm hoping this isn't going to be too long, but it's already at volume 7, so I'm wondering if it's going to go for 12 volumes or if they're going to cut it shorter. I haven't read anything up on it to see if it's ended yet or ending soon, but I am enjoying being back in the Sakura world and seeing where this story is going to go. The other two volumes that I picked up for Cardcaptor Sakura are the Collector's Edition. So this is Volume 3 and Volume 4, the nice hardcover Collector's Edition, and they both each come with the card inside. So this one comes with Keroberos and features all the lovely artwork. And then Volume 4 comes with Shelron. And I believe Volume 4 goes to Volume 5 of the manga. So we're getting close to the first arc's ending, but not quite there yet. So I'm not sure how many of these there's going to be totally. I mean, I was trying to figure that out earlier, but I'm thinking around 9 maybe? I don't know whether or not I'm right. I don't know if they can condense it enough to where there'll be 8 volumes or whether there's going to be 9. At most, I can't see it going beyond 10, but we'll see. Yeah, I think 10 would be the largest number they could do, and that would downsize it by 2 volumes. Lastly, of course, I have gotten Volume 8 of the Eternal Edition of Sailor Moon, and I'm so happy we're getting close to the end of the Eternal Edition. Not that I'm happy we're getting close to the end, but a little bit, because I can't wait to see how this translation goes. I was actually skimming through this one, and this volume actually made me really want to finally start rereading this edition. Mostly because I saw some of their translations in here, and I was like, oh, that's so much better. For me, the previous Kodansha volume is fine, but it's very, I guess, stilted. Like, the language is very... It might be an accurate translation, but the language is so not flowing. Like, it's very, to me, stilted. Like, it's just direct translations that don't sound like how people would think or talk. It's not done in that kind of language, so even if the translation is accurate, it sounds awkward. So I've been thinking about doing a comparison and just showing some of the parts that I do not like how it was translated. But part of me kind of wants to get to the Stars arc, because I know I did not like the translation of the very end of the Stars arc. Like, it just sounded awkward, and I didn't like it. So I want to see if this new translation has a more flowing literary quality, rather than here's some translations we're throwing at you. But I was comparing the first volume earlier just personally, and I was like, oh, this is so much better. So you have, of course, the original Tokyo Pop one, which, you know, I think it gets a lot more flack than it maybe deserved, only because, you know, they were trying to stick with the popularity of the anime series, and they wanted people to be able to stick in that universe. So they did make a lot of changes and cut a lot of things so that it matched more of that anime script. But I think especially as the story went on, I think it became more of its own translation and being. So, I mean, it was okay. It definitely is problematic. There's definitely issues with the translation, and I'm not going to deny that, but I do think people are perhaps a bit too harsh on it. The Kodansha release is fine. It probably has a much more accurate, I guess, translation, but I don't know. To me, it was like if you put the sentence into like a translation software or something and you just spit back exactly what it said without maybe making sure that contextually it made a coherent sentence. That sounds mean, because I'm sure that the translators who were working on it were just doing the best that they could. But to me, it just didn't flow well. It didn't have a nice narrative dialogue. It was just, I don't know. If I do that video, I will show you what I mean. It was just awkward and stilted. This one, from what I've read of the first volume so far, it seems accurate. The language is flowing. It just seems like, yes, I am reading literature and I'm immersed in this story, and it's accurately depicting what the author wanted to say. So I'm definitely enjoying the translation for the Eternal Edition. And yeah, I think it's the best one so far. Hopefully it is the best one, and perhaps it'll be the last one that we get here in the States. And I don't know that I'd mind, because I don't know how many more editions of Sailor Moon that I need. But I am very happy to have invested in this one, because it is an accurate and well-written narrative. And I love the notes at the end where they talk about translation choices that they've made for this volume. They don't only talk about the choices. Okay, this one I can't really show you. I don't want to. Why am I worried about spoilers? I'm sure you've all read it. But I like that a lot of times in the notes it talks about the previous translations and why they chose to go with the current one. And I appreciate that, because they don't talk down about the previous translations either. They'll just talk about how previous translations chose to use this or this, and, you know, the accuracies that those choices were, and then we chose this because of this. And I really like that. I think it's respectful, and I just like the way that the notes are done. Yeah, A+ effort. I mean, I do think if you're gonna get a volume of Sailor Moon, especially if you haven't collected it yet, get this one. This is probably the pinnacle for what we're going to get here in the States, and I think it's well worth investing in. And we're definitely getting toward the end, because I think this finished Super S, or Supers. So I think there's only stars remaining, if I'm correct. And this one had the bonus stories in it. That's why I have to go back so far. Don't look if you have not read this yet. You're going to get spoiled. Yeah, this was the conclusion of S. So we only have stars left, and I can't see that going beyond maybe 2 volumes. I'm like, wait, I should know this, because actually I own what this is taken from. Yes, so we have 2 more volumes of this to go. It should wrap up at volume 10. I think they're doing the Sailor V release too. I think I might have seen something about that. So look for that. I'm definitely going to collect it all so that I have a full, good, accurate set. One thing I wanted to point out about the Cardcaptor Sakura Collector's Edition that I just noticed today as I was gathering the cards out of them. So I made sure to pull them over. So this was volume 1 and volume 2. And I noticed that these actually will go together. So I'm not sure how many more volumes there's going to be of that, but I'm thinking we're going to have some more of the picture over here. It looks like Spinel will go here, and UA here. I don't know if it's going to continue here, where maybe Ariel is going to go here. because I mean, I see like colorings, so it kind of reminds me of that. And, oh my goodness, what's her name? We'll go there. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know how I'm gonna, I guess put these away, because I was going to put them in a card binder, but that's going to be awkward if there's ones over here, because I can't fit them in. They're usually the 9 vertical, unless I buy some other kind, which I really don't want to. But anyway, I thought that this was really cool because it's a little puzzle that as you collect the volumes, you can collect the picture. So that's it. I just wanted to add that. Thought it was really neat. Buy these volumes. I think they're worth it. That is it for this video. I'll be back with more anime goodies and information. Until next time, bye!